What's up, player? So in this video, I'm going to discuss a spending freeze, a boycott that makes sense. I'm going to talk about a little bit about what and why and how they went about the last one, which in a lot of I'll be real short on that. In a lot of ways, it didn't make sense. It didn't benefit everyone. The intentions for it weren't completely honest. Um, the only, the main benefit, the main reason for it, and what they really wanted was they had a bunch of banned family members, and they wanted to get those accounts unbanned. And they said a lot of things in the interim when they were trying to get people together to refute those accusations, but when it came to the developers call they finally had, it was the first goddamn thing they talked about. Okay, so let's talk about a spending freeze because you have to give these guys credit. Because what we did see is that the players involved that coordinated that, they have the reach, they have the what's the word, respect from the community or awareness from the community, and they are able to get enough players together to make changes to the game that will benefit everybody. So before I talk about my specific idea, I'm just talking about a few things. So I'm kind of an idea guy. Um, I I'm a big believer in, if you have a good idea, don't be afraid don't be afraid to suggest that idea to the people that might be able to make that idea happen. My whole life I've done that. And sometimes what I thought was a good idea wasn't a good idea. Many times when I had a good idea that was better, a lot of these ideas were to my boss or the guy directly managing me. And unfortunately, a majority of my life, I got hated on for having better ideas than them. They didn't come up with it first. It wasn't coming from them, and that's why they didn't want to do it. So if you are one of these guys, I think a bunch of them were big, and once I start telling you the idea for a boycott, a spending freeze, I hope you don't dislike it for those reasons, because that will just be typical. Okay, so here's the idea. We don't do a spending freeze where people can't spend money. What we coordinate, because people want to get certain things in the cake, they want to get the Solace wishing pool, they want to get a duty officer equipment at level 8 or whatever. That's not what we do. What we do, which everyone will be able to get on board, is we boycott every package in the game completely, entirely, that feels bad to purchase. So you guys know what all that stuff is. It's in all the multiple different videos. Red Evony is doing a series lately about smart spending. It's all the stuff people advise not to spend on. Well, what if we do a boycott and we do a spending freeze and we completely get it to the point that no one is buying any of those packages, and the whole intention of the boycott, and we maintain it until one at a time, those packages are either changed, upgraded, or given some sort of guarantee. So the stuff I'm talking about is everything in the game where you have some random factor in there and you don't know what you're purchasing. We need to change all that stuff in the game because all that stuff sucks. I think everyone can get on board with this. So, like I'll talk in the video about, some of those things that just feel horrible, suck, hate it. I got a little bit of yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna do with my computer operating so slow. I mean, it's a dang mobile game. Like, it should operate quick as hell on any computer. Like, this is an older laptop, but when I got it, it was a top of the line, over $4 grand laptop, 64 gigabytes of RAM, best Intel chip you get, like this pack. So the random chest, like, this is terrible, you know, this is horrible. Because if you want to get the Nordic Barbarian King, and and that's the one general you want in this chest. There's 8 of them or 7 of them or something. There's times when you can get the Nordic Barbarian King for uh for 200 with 2 double downs in certain events. In this one, not even to have a guaranteed chance, but to have an average chance, you'd have to buy 2 packs with 2 double downs, right? Or no, you'd have to buy 4 packs with 2 double downs, with 2 double downs, so you had 8 boxes to have 1 chance, and you still might not get them. You might get 4 copies of Nero. We want this, just changed. So you take a list of all the stuff in the game that has a random chance and it makes it horrible to purchase, and we have everyone boycott all those things at the same time. Then we maintain the boycott until every single one of them is changed or upgraded to a satisfactory level that you communicate with, the other people on your team. What would the satisfactory level look like? So another example is, I'd be willing to work with people on this, or offer my suggestions if a group of people got together to write up or plan, exactly what we're going to change or how long we're going to maintain the boycott, and it would completely 100% make sense. It wouldn't be like, yeah, we're doing a spending freeze because we want better changes coming to the game. It's like everyone's wondering, well, what the fuck? What changes? We heard you want your unbanned alts back, developer calls, first thing to talk about. When we're going to get our alts back? It's like, come on, guys. If you're going to get a community and everybody on board, and you have the ability to do that, that's one thing we can't criticize you for. Everyone saw that you did have the reach, you did have the gusto, you did have the ability to get those people together. But the way you went about it, the what they always like to say in politics, the clarity, not clarity, but uh, yeah, well, everyone knows what's going on. People did not know what was going on, the intentions. Now you got to put out something where everyone is crystal clear. They know exactly why, and they all feel the same way about it as you do. So and then you'll get everybody in the entire community that spends money, and you'll be able to accomplish your goals when your goals, make sense and benefit everybody. So another example is voyage to civilizations. If you wanted to be one of the items on things you want to get changed, yes, we get more coins. But if someone's spending on this package, maybe they're doing extra packages, or they just want to get a few more points to hit that next ideal land requirement. If this was one of the items, I would like to see something guaranteed here, because obviously if you get the ideal land ornament, it's worth 7 points, right? That's the best thing to get in here, unless you don't want the specific ideal land ornament. Like, that's one thing about all these ideal land ornaments. The best possible time to maximize any single one of them is when it's certain event is going on, because otherwise, if you try to max it, you're going to get a bunch of the ornaments of the current one that you might not necessarily want to max. That's why the big ones that cost 12, the best time to max them out is during the main event. The 212 ones that came out, but during that main event, that large, a big event, quarterly event, the main event pack has the redeem currency to get, premium generals. Because if anyone did max out their Altar of the Fatherland or the big slot ones during those, every time they did luckily hit the ideal land ornament, they were getting 12 commemorative coins worth of coins versus 7. So the idea on this would be to add one of those things we see in several events, like, you are guaranteed to get the ideal land ornament every, I don't know what the number would be, but every, 50 explorers, and it resets each time you get it. You're guaranteed to get it, like general summoning with the glories. If you don't hit it in 5, you're guaranteed to get it. That's what I'd like to see on this event. So we do a spending freeze, a spending boycott, and we maintain that until virtually everything in the game purchase wise that has a random reward, to where you don't know what you're getting for your money until all that stuff is changed. So there's a number of things. There's a bunch of events that aren't necessarily up right now, but Giant's Wisdom Temple. Giant's Wisdom Temple is another example. I finally just got my last copy of Darius 1 to fully ascend him, and my Jan Carroll has been fully ascended, and I have one Flavius Ateus, so I don't even need the boxes anymore at all. But Giant's Wisdom Temple is another one. I don't really need to. I'm on PC now. I gotta shut down Evony before this to come back up. But Giant's Window Temple. So the math on Giant's Windows Temp or Wisdom Temple, because when they first had come out with it, I did need some Jan Carrolls or some Darius ones, and I did buy some of those packs. So the way those packs work is, if you buy one pack with a double down, you will have enough of the hammers, as long as you do it in the correct way, to open all 4 of the boxes twice. So you got a 10% chance and then a 15% chance, right? So that's a 25% chance. Then in the second round, you have a 10% chance and a 15% chance for a 25% chance, right? And you can go through all of them twice with one package purchase with a double down. So if you do 2 package purchases with double downs, you have combined 100% chance. Just like most, premium generals, the best time you can acquire them is usually when they drop down to around the $200 level. So that was the same thing in Giant's Wisdom Temple for the box. If you bought 2 packages, you could run through the whole thing 4 times. Other than the free ones you get through the whole event, you'll get enough that way to go through the whole thing and hit those last 2 boxes one additional time. But yeah, it was a combined total of 100% chance on average if you did 2 packs. But you could still not hit it. Like there were several times I bought 2 packs, didn't hit it. Get that change. So you identify the agenda, the intent. Like I've mentioned a couple times already, completely boycott all packs in the game where you don't know what you're getting. Another one is the lucky raffle ticket. Um, there's many boxes you open where you get a duty officer chance and or a supremacy. Uh, Perhaps again, I said I'm an idea guy. Maybe on those boxes, inside the box before you open it, it says something like open 10 boxes of these boxes at once, and this reward is guaranteed at least 1 time or at least 2 times, etc. You guys feeling me now? You guys feeling me? All that stuff that you want, you need, you purchase. There's a random chance to get it. You don't freaking get it. How about the generals? The new generals in General Hall 3. What the heck? None of them are even useful. If you even get them, they're not useful for nothing. They're not even the best assistant with the highest rally cap, for example, as an assistant. No, they're just 3 more generals you need in General Hall 3. What the heck? And you know what's even worse about that? Which I haven't opened any more I haven't opened any more art treasure scroll boxes since they came out with it. So they get a new art treasure, right? Well, suppose you magically got all 3 of those generals, unlocked it. Guess what? Guess what? Even though you've opened, hundreds of thousands of art treasure scroll boxes in the past, maybe you're at art treasure scroll 6, art treasure scroll 7, new art treasure. You ain't got none of the pages to upgrade that. All your other art treasures are at 5, 6, 7. You bought all these packs to unlock those generals. Guess what? Guess how many pages you have to to level up that art treasure. The new one. Oh, there's a new page. You ain't got any of them. You can level up to level 1, baby. Now you got to buy that classical scrolls pack. Now you got, all the regular ones you open, since now there's 16 of them. Only on average, you're going to get 1/16 of the new treasure scroll boxes you open of that new art treasure you unlocked, and maybe you got the other art treasures fully maxed. So all the art treasures, pages you get, you don't need them anymore. You only need this new one. And you freaking only 1/16 of the ones you open give you the new one. Yeah, so if you guys can spend some, if you guys, anyone that coordinated that, got that together, um, you think it's a good idea, even though it might not have been your original idea, you get with you guys that can agree, like, hey, if we all get on board on this, like, we actually can change all this stuff. Why? Because everyone wants all this stuff changed. They don't want to stop spending when there's, good packs that they want, or there's a main event pack, and there's a currency in the main event pack. Maybe there's a monarch gear, like the attack one, or defense, or hit points. They want more of that, so they can upgrade it to level 9 or 10. Or there's a cake level 8, duty officer piece of equipment that no one's ever going to be able to get again until all of them are finally released, and then they make a box for all those different new ones. People don't want to completely stop spending, and not everyone is going to do that, but everyone will. Everyone will. stop purchasing all. I mean, very few people buy all the stuff that feels bad, but there's some stuff that people want inside of the all these different packs, and Evony wants to be selling everything that is advertising. I think we could make it happen. So I don't need to get back in the game to show anything else. I think I fully explained that. And please, if you're one of those guys, or you're in communication with one of those guys, present them my idea, ask them to watch the video, and I think this is something. I think